A very good day to you. Welcome to Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. My name is Gerald Kabir. It's always a pleasure to have you joining us for our political conversation. I'm here with hard-hitting Herman Manyora. Great to see you today.
Yes.
How are you doing today?
Wonderful.
Conversation in the country all about Rigathi Gachagua. Do you think he'll actually be impeached? Some senators are saying they'll have to interrogate this thing very seriously, very clearly, get to understand this motion of impeachment. Will he be impeached from where you sit?
It looked like obvious he was going to be impeached, but people are having second thoughts. And these second thoughts could come from the direction of State House and Senate. Let's leave it there. State House and Senate. People are having second thoughts. People are beginning to see how risky this thing is. Yeah.
You know, the reason why I want to talk to you today is about someone stopping me and asking me, I've seen a poll where Raila can actually be the replacement of Rigathi Gachagua. It is so far-fetched from where I sit, but could it be?
Yes, why not? Raila is a Kenyan, qualifies to be president, qualifies to be deputy president. I've had the same rumor. In fact, for me, it's not rumor. I've had people engaging me very seriously. I have had conspiracies that Raila actually is top on the list of the people who Ruto is considering. Initially, it looked like a joke, but it's gaining momentum.
How can Raila Odinga, Baba the Enigma, be Ruto's deputy president? Even from structure itself, does it make sense for you?
It should be the other way around.
I think so.
Politicians are politicians. First of all, they have no shame. They do things you and I can't do. But they are also very pragmatic people. For them, it is what works. Yeah.
Do you think?
I mean, Raila can say, I've tried this thing, but I was once prime minister. I shared power with Kibaki, and we did a lot of things for the country and for my people. If I'm going to deputize Ruto, I bring stability in the country. I bring development, because when there's stability, there's development. I also take a piece of the Kenyan cake to my people in Western Kenya.
Yeah.
He can consider, why not?
But don't you think it's better for him to nominate someone the way he did with cabinet ministers? Even if you look at that cabinet, Raila sitting there as deputy president, don't you think it will just be better for him to bring...
Raila will take something to the office that nobody has ever taken there.
What is that?
You know, an office is not just an office. It's an office, the personality occupies it. Examples in this country are not very many, but they are there. You try to demote Simeon Nyachai, the late Nyachai, by taking him to a useless ministry. Then you realize that seems to be the best ministry in the country. You remove Michuki from powerful ministry he was acting finance, he was in interior. They used to be called national security, provisional administration, powerful. You take him to environment, it becomes the talk of town. So there's something the office holder brings to that office that adds stature to the office, clout to the office, power to the office. So if you give Raila the deputy president position, hey, it is going to be the most powerful position ever held in this country by anybody.
But it's interesting. Do you think as a president, William Ruto, would you want to have Raila as your deputy? Because
and what will happen?
He'll outshine you.
It will play out in such a way, Raila is not small. Surprisingly, they will work together very well. Because Ruto will come down, Raila will, and they will meet somewhere. Raila is coming from down, up, Ruto is coming from up, down, and they'll meet somewhere. And you'll be surprised. As Raila will be introducing the president in a function, Your Excellency, be upstanding for His Excellency the President. Makofi Korais. Yeah, it's possible. These politicians are shameless.
Bro, these are just rumors. But look, talk about Raila Odinga as deputy president, and you think about William Ruto. Doesn't this, bring him down to the level of making Raila seem as the president? Because he has played this politics for long than William Ruto.
And it's like Ruto will not have a problem with Raila occupying power. I saw in Namibia the former president, Sam Nyoma, when he passes, you think the president is passing. Then you are told, no, this is former president. The president, Yowile Pala Nakunya Chai. Yeah, Raila can assume that kind of aura and power. And appreciated even by Ruto himself. Even in his speeches, the way he will be speaking in functions, in reference to Raila. it will leave no doubt he appreciates Raila as a senior statesman.
So might we be looking also at a grand coalition? Because I'm thinking about a deputy president, I'm thinking this is not Raila. Yeah. But can he become part of government through what we saw with Kibaki?
Yeah. They could quickly, remember the NADOC report is already moving forward. And it has provision for prime minister. They could actually, remember this talk about extending the presidential term limit to 7 is one way of inviting a silent referendum, which is not quite hyped, because that must be taken to the people. And if it's not hyped, then the people you mobilize are the ones who pass it. And there are no threshold. There's no threshold as to how many Kenyans must turn out, unless I'm wrong. I think it's simple majority in a referendum. So you bring a referendum about term limit, 7 years instead of 5. But it is also an omnibus. It contains other things, including prime minister. And this is just a current thing. Public participation is supposed to be going on the next 1 week or so. So if that passes, then you have created a prime minister's position.
A powerful prime minister's position.
Through some kind of, when it goes to parliament, they can make a few changes here and there. Because it's not a popular initiative. It's a parliamentary initiative. They could make some amendments, perhaps, and make it a little more powerful than currently provided for. And then it goes through, and Raila becomes prime minister. Mudavadi becomes deputy president. If they go like that in 2027, you can't beat them.
As it was in 2007.
You can't beat them. If they change the constitution so that Mudavadi becomes deputy president, Raila becomes prime minister with Ruto as president, you can't beat that. You can't. And therefore that must be killed. If Kina Kalonzo won, they must kill that at the referendum stage. But this referendum will not be a hyped one. It will be a simple, low-key referendum. And therefore very easy to mobilize the people you want to vote for it, and it passes.
But what will that do for us? You know, we talk about we don't have an opposition now, but then what will that be, the strike, the last strike, to show that Kenyans,
it will kill the opposition.
Politicians are the same in some way?
It will kill the opposition. The king is dead. Long live the king. You kill the opposition and create a much bigger movement. In fact, removing Raila and Ruto from power would be the easiest thing. If he became deputy, it will be in fact there will be no context. Nothing. There will be no contest. Nothing. In the morning, as my friend I told you, will say Usubui. If it's Kalonzo, Musyoka, or whoever, they will just be in State House. They will just be singing. People will just be coming from polling stations and singing towards State House. Because they will have won in the morning. By 10 o'clock, Ruto and Raila have gone.
So there is no way Ruto can make this as a move.
It will also be another blunder. Because now it confirms the people of Kenya that politicians can get together to serve their interest and abort anything that was working for the people. If there's a movement like the Gen Z movement, how to change society, the two can get together to make sure it doesn't happen. So that alone will create a serious, not opposition, but a serious movement, underlying movement. It will be a serious movement in which some of these docile politicians will be forced to be active. In fact, Kalonzo has come up, you see, of late, but he has done nothing. They will make him a man. I'm not saying he's not a man. Somebody should tell Herman Manyora is saying, if you do not present yourself a man, this moment is beckoning. People could make you a man. Yes. I'm telling you, people make people. Shakespeare said it. Some men are born great. Others are made great.
So
others have greatness thrust upon them.
So I'm saying Ruto's blunder could actually make Kalonzo in this deputy position.
Kalonzo or anybody. Kalonzo means Kalonzo. Kalonzo means Matiangi. Kalonzo means Jimmy Wanjigi. Kalonzo means any of these people. Because the mistake the opposition will make is to think, Jimmy Wanjigi can be president of this country. Kalonzo Musyoka. No. It has to be a movement against what Raila and Ruto are doing, against what should be presented as an evil axis of Ruto, Raila. It must be presented as an evil axis. You see? And they must now then be presented as the object of hate. And that you would associate everything wrong in this country with that evil axis of Ruto and Raila. The narratives must be created. If they came to me, I'm an old man, I'm about to retire. If they can make me retire comfortably, I can help create those narratives until hata baba akiniona hivi anasema Manyora, unajua ni rafiki yangu lakini wewe ni mjinga sana.
If we go back to tribal politics and kingpinship,
Yes.
if Raila is actually the deputy president, what will that do for Mount Kenya? Talk to me about the advantages and disadvantages when it comes to tribal politics if Raila becomes Ruto's deputy.
You see what will happen if Raila became that, you know, that corner from which Raila comes. You know, there's already an ILOT kind of arrangement people are talking about, or a Western alliance. Western, you know, those people are all Western. In fact, if you look at the Lake region zone, it takes North Rift, which goes all the way up to Turkana, then takes the whole of Western Province, former province, the Luya Nation, then takes the entire Abagusi and the entire Luo Nation, and takes all the way from Bomet. You know, all those are Lake region. There are 14 counties. So you see, that's the Western zone, the Lake region or the Western region. You know, you understand?
Yes.
Those counties there.
That side, yeah.
So now those people will be taking power, and they'll certainly be wrestling it from the mountain. So the mountain then will gang up inevitably with whoever is left, and the first person will be the Kalonzo Musyoka people to gang up with Mount Kenya, and then they'll begin coming also themselves now, coming themselves and taking what will they take of cost? Will the northeastern people jump with helicopters to join the western region?
Yeah.
The country will be very divided in a very bad way. That's what I'm saying. This Gachagua thing may look very simple impeachment, but the consequences we will face them. We will be here. We are going nowhere. Tuko hapa tu. Tutaona hao watu ambao walileta impeachment ikiwa ita succeed. Tutaona wakianza kuzunguka kama kuku ambaye amekatwa kichwa. A headless chicken. Watapata shida. It's not a joke. You'll divide the country. You'll go back to the days of 41 versus 1 versus 41 or 40. You'll create unnecessary divisions in the country. And that's what I was thinking. Well, they can impeach him if they want. Fine. They can make Raila deputy president. And I'm telling you, it's a very viable option from Ruto's stuff. For Ruto, once you make Raila deputy president, kila kitu imeisha.
But for Raila,
now you can go back and relax.
Now that we are talking about rumors, for Raila, if he's considering becoming Ruto's deputy, if someone tells him you can become Ruto's deputy, do you think he should take it? I'm
going to try. Whether he should take it?
Yes.
But Raila has already done a number of things nobody would have thought he will do.
Yeah.
Sinkweli. Even that extending hand of help to Ruto. Because if it was not Raila, Ruto will be home now. Sinkweli. He explained it, not me, it's not Manyora. Raila himself explained it. He said it's as much, yes, this government will collapse. And the army could even take over. Si yeye ndio amesema, ama ni Manyora anasema?
Yeah.
So which means therefore, ni Raila ndio amesave Ruto. Who would have thought that would happen? So, what is becoming deputy compared to saving Ruto from going home? Becoming deputy is a small matter.
We've seen it all.
The bigger thing has already been done. If it's a sin, the bigger sin has been committed. Kama ni kukula ile apple, amemeza tayari. Hii ni mbegu ndio inabaki tuka kitu kidogo.
Thanks for tuning into this conversation all about what Kenyans are talking about. Rumor of Raila becoming Ruto's deputy. Would you advise him to become one? Thanks for tuning in. Have yourself a lovely rest of your day.